Today's gospel is John chapter 11, verses 1 through 45. The story of when um, Jesus raises his friend Lazarus from the dead. Um, from scripture, we know that Mary and Martha and Lazarus were very good friends of Jesus. And when Jesus finds out about his friend Lazarus being dead, he takes a couple days, but he goes back to their town. And there's a few interesting parts of this story to me. But when the disciples find out that Jesus wants to go back, they don't want him to go back. This was an area that he would be returning to that wanted to kill him. And his disciples want to protect him. So they were kind of encouraging him not to go back. And then when Jesus does go back, we see Mary and Martha being upset that he didn't come sooner. If you would have been here, Lord, our brother wouldn't have died. And so the first part of this story that strikes me is their lack of faith. They say that they know and they believe in who Jesus is, but their actions don't show that. They doubt. They question. They have a limited faith. And then the second part of this story is Lazarus is in a tomb. He is physically dead. And then the Lord restores him and he brings life back into him. Because of where we are in our faith right now, I really related to both parts of that. I think all of us right now feel like we are in our own tomb. Physically, our houses are kind of where we are being contained right now. The pleasures of the world have been stripped away from us for really, the first time ever in my life that I haven't been able to just go about my life in a normal manner. And so in a way, I feel like I'm in my own tomb. I can't go anywhere. I can't do the things that I normally do. We're a society of people on a schedule. I work with kids every single day, and they get up and they go to school, and then they go to practice, and then they have homework, and then, they start all over the very next day. And some of us with jobs, our lives are just so packed and so scheduled. And this has definitely been a time where there is no schedule. Everything that we normally put into our schedule has been taken away. So in a way, we've all felt very restricted because of that. And also, I've talked to a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of my own students, my own family members, and they're questioning, like, what is he doing? What is God's plan in all of this? Because as people of faith, we're always asking and wondering, where is God in this? And so this reading today, I think, comes at a perfect time, because right now we're in that tomb like Lazarus. But we have to have faith that our God is going to breathe life back in to us again. We can't get caught up with the numbers that we're hearing and the modules that we're seeing and the dates that they're placing in front of us. We have to look beyond that and know that through this, God can bring us back to life in a way we didn't even realize needed to be done. There's been so much beauty in this for me that I don't think I would have found if I wasn't contained to my home. I've had more me time than I've had in a really long time. And I was on a call today with a bunch of seniors, and so many of them spoke about the time with their family that they're not used to getting, and the time with their brother or sister that they don't usually spend, and that they called it a blessing. You know, I feel like through this, even though we might feel like we're in a tomb, that this pandemic has caused us to not be able to do all the things that our life has been. I feel like looking at that as a blessing can change things. And realizing that I think when I come out of this, I'm going to be a different person. I'm going to treasure things in a way that I've never treasured them before. I'm going to go to Mass and receive the Eucharist, and I think I might cry because I'm missing it and I'm longing for it. I'm going to visit a friend and give them a hug that is just a hug I've never given them. I'm going to step outside and walk alongside people and breathe the fresh air in a way that I've never done before. This world is going to feel different when we come out of this. And so I guess my challenge or my hope for all of you is know that God is working, and notice the things that he is showing you about yourself right now. The things that we've always made so important that have been stripped from us right now, that maybe we can realize not so important after all. And then realize that he's going to get us through this. And when we come out on the other side, life is going to be different. And maybe it needed to be. Maybe we needed to look at this world a little bit differently. And I don't think he did this because of that. But through it, he can teach us a lesson that maybe we weren't really willing to learn without something such as this. So enjoy the time that you have with your family, the time that you have for yourself right now, time that you don't often give, and know that a new you is being created, and he will breathe life into us again. And our faith promises that. And it's our job now to just believe that. Have a great week.